Alright, J. Cole's new single, The Workout. J. Cole is worrying me. I feel like throughout history, when it comes to music, you always have a yin and a yang. J. Cole was Drake's perfect yang, and he's missing that opportunity. 10 years ago, if you would have put J. Cole out, he would have had that really strong product manager and that really strong A&R that he needs to really come through and be like, this is what you're gonna do. Now in the marketplace, artists are in charge of everything, and he doesn't have good instincts, doesn't have naturally what he needs to run his own ship. So I feel like J. Cole's biggest problem right now is J. Cole. He really needs really strong executive producer to come in and just say, yo, here are your 5 beat choices. Here are the list of the people that are gonna do your hooks. He needs that in the beginning until he really develops his instincts on his own. And then he can do it for himself. This is not it. The music is not it. I accept this from like Soulja Boy. I won't accept this from J. Cole.
This would be excellent from Soulja Boy.
Like seriously, from Soulja Boy, that's cool.
Oh my God, who's writing for Soulja Boy?
Right.
This would be phenomenal for Soulja Boy.
I will not accept this from J. Cole. He is better than this, and it's frustrating. It's so frustrating.
I just wish he would stop singing his own hooks. That's pretty much it. No, I like J. Cole.
Keep talking.
I think he's like that one record away. I can't front that if he had some help. As far as making records and just, he can write a song, spit with anybody.
Right.
He can run you off the track at the drop of a hat.
Right.
What went wrong?
He needs someone to drive the shit.
Yeah, I think he's too into being a pure artist, not enough with, let me show you how to sell what you're doing outside of what you know. Putting you worldwide, how to attract other people outside of the Carolinas.
How to make a crossover.
Do what you do, but do it over here so they can see.
I think with the move with him being on tour with Rihanna was like that first attempt of bringing him somewhere outside of it. It seems like it's kind of working, but like there was a clip that surfaced online, the song with Paula Abdul. They had a video of it, of them debuting the song, and I went on Twitter, I was talking about like, well, maybe if his team put that clip out himself, like themselves, actually like put a snippet of the song, it'll look better. How they're presenting him, really like they're falling on their faces. There's no marketing, like there's nothing, like we don't know anything about what he's doing or what's going on with him. There's no video blog.
Yeah,
there's nothing.
nothing.
It's just him releasing songs on Twitter.
But let me ask you this. Do you think that they're just okay with him releasing songs on Twitter?
That's what it seems like.
How do you stop an artist that has his track, that he knows that the sample's been cleared, from releasing it on Twitter? How do you stop him?
There's somebody in that company he's gonna listen to. I think if Jay came and said, yo, my man, we need you to chill with this, I got a better idea. That's the main thing. Anyone who's critiquing somebody, you can't just, my father said, never pull away a man's rug unless you got something else for him to step on. You can't just take an idea from somebody and not have a backup. Wow, nice. I hope you heard that, Dad. She's biting. Anyway.
So foul.
That awkward moment.
Becca's talking to his father.
Right, it
Do you think this is something like J. Cole, the artist rebel who knows what he wants for his career and not listening to his label, or the label working on the artist right now?
I don't, because if it was a rebel thing, it would be more of a fuss. You don't hear a fuss from him. Every time you see his interview, oh, you know, I can't tell you anything about the album, but it's coming. I can't tell you anything about the single, but it's here. Like you can tell when an artist is frustrated. Like K. Michelle, she's frustrated with Jive. You can tell, like, you feel what I'm saying? But like, it just seems like he's content with what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna release a new song through Twitter, and it's gonna, you know, people are gonna download it and post it on the vlog. I'm gonna do an interview and talk 30 seconds about my album that we have no idea about, and the people around him are content as well.
I think he started at a climax, and then
How do you fix it?
That's an internal thing. Like, I'm not gonna comment on what's going on inside. Like,
No, I'm saying like who fixes it first? Him or the team?
The team. He's already doing what he wants to do. I think the team has allowed him to keep doing what he wants to do.
so now higher power has to step in. Jay's got to step in and say something.
No one can fix this but Jay-Z.
At this point, it's a little too far gone.
Like, they let that shit go too far in the tracks for him or his team to fix it. They're trashing this nigga's song online. I've never seen so much slander for J. Cole. This is the first time I've ever seen that much slander. Everything he's put out, 75 to 80% of people liked or loved what he was doing. This morning, I seen nothing but slander for this shit.
if this happens one more time, it's over for J. Cole.
And this is the official single?
Yeah. You ever like fuck up in school and it's like they sit there and they're like, you know, if we didn't know you could be an A student, it'd be okay.
Right,
you know, it's one of those things where it's like if we didn't know that he could do so much doper shit, it would be cool.
Welcome to the LeBron factor. And we're back to the LeBron factor. Good evening,
He did. He brought it back. But nah, I mean, it's frustrating because he's a dope artist. I want to be as hyped everyone next morning still be talking about it in a positive way.
And I like talk about his stuff a lot. You don't want this to get like misconstrued as hate. I almost got into it with one of his people. Like it was like a friendly back and forth, but like this is not hate. Like this is just like opinions of what we've seen and what we've witnessed. Like he has the potential to do so much right now. He should be up there with Big Sean and Wiz. He should be doing those type of things. Like the success that they're getting right now, he should be on that pedestal as well.
He's got all all the abilities, lyrically crazy. He's producing his own tracks. Like, maybe he needs to back off of that a little bit.
That might be hindering him from moving to that next level.
Get out of your own head. Let me see what you do when we put this in front of you. Joe Budden had this one statement where he was like, everything's cool when it's sunny and the money's flowing in and everything's straight. I want to see how you are when life starts talking back. Get into life. Like, put another producer in front of you. Now you have to dance to this man's drums, not the drums you came up with. You have to get on this production. Anytime he's ever gotten on anybody else's shit, he shines. Hands down. When he gets on his own shit, you know that beat. You're so familiar with it.
It sounds great in your head, like I'm dancing all over this shit.
Right.
When we hear it, it's like shit that he's put out in the last 2 months. It's kind of like the same kind of vibe.
Ryan Leslie is a brilliant producer, but when it comes to his own stuff, if you do everything, you don't have that outside perspective.
It's the Kanye fact. Kanye has a lot of artists believing that they need to be the MC, the producer. Now, meanwhile, people forget that while he was doing the majority of the production on that first album, he had people helping him on the lyrics side. And then that's all they did was lyrics. Now, he's focused more on his lyrics, but he doesn't produce every track. They're not all his. Now he just knows what it needs to sound like, and he gets in there and does his thing. But you have so many artists feeling like they need to get on some puffy shit, some Kanye shit, where they need to do everything across the board, and then something ends up suffering. Rhyming over your own beat is almost like taking the test that you wrote.
This is like a Kanye West experiment going bad.
Don't put the camera on me doing that.
It's not like, I'm just saying shit probably everybody else is thinking.
I think it's a money thing. I want the publishing, I want the business.
No, honestly, I think it's a lack of perspective. That really
I
is.
want to pop my collar thing.
I want to say I did.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I did. Self-produced, self-rapped on album, and this blows up. I did it all.
You think it's genuinely that egotistical?
I don't think his ego was that wrapped up in it. I don't think he's walking around like waiting for the chance to beat his chest. But I think it's more along the lines of, I do dope production.
No, I think
he just genuinely thinks it's hot.
I'm doing it myself because he has the resources. That's a conscious decision to turn down. He turned down working with Hit Boy.
He did? I didn't know that.
But too, this is trial and error. Now he knows.
You can only have so much time for trial and error.
Yeah, you don't have it like,
especially like
not during the game. You trial and error during practice.
When you were on the cover with Wiz Khalifa and all these other dudes who were like shooting past you and like.
You would have thought. I wouldn't have thought this time right now.
It would have been him struggling.
Think about last summer and where J.Cole and Wiz was, and look where they are now. I would have thought.
Don't get it twisted though. Wiz had a big head start. He was signed to Warner. He got dropped, cultivated his shit, and took off. He found out what worked for him, and he flew with it. Even he's having little problems now because people are like, "Oh, this song don't really sound like the original Wiz Khalifa shit."
He ain't having no niggas getting show money every night. That nigga's having no problem.
You know what I'm talking about. J. Cole's getting show money every night.
J. Cole's problems are way bigger.
But like I said, Wiz had time out of the spotlight. But before Cushion of Orange Juice, who was really like thinking he was gonna do Black and Yellow? Who really thought he was gonna just explode?
The grace period for Cole is a lot shorter than it was for Wiz.
Because he started off, like she said, in the spotlight. You were the guy that Jay signed. You were the first rapper on Rock Nation.
I think that's the problem.
You were that dude. Right. He showed up, showed everybody what he could do, and
that's how he got there. That's why Jay signed him. Just now that he's here, he's underperforming for a variety of reasons.
Jay, next Thursday, meet us here. J. Cole.
Right.
Clear this up.
There's no hate.
We love you.